have been missed, as I know you guys have missed me. So thank you for joining. If you are interested in booking with me, I am over at blackspectrumnetwork.com. You can go to blackspectrumnetwork.com/Soleil, SOLE. If you want to leave a love offering, just go ahead and do so at either the PayPal or the Cash App that's circulating below. I'm going to start with the person that we've heard the least from lately, and that is Miss Robin Fenty, Miss Rihanna. So I have been very curious about what her life has been like since she stepped into motherhood. And I can't blame her for her being quiet. Girl, focus on your baby, focus on your healing. Don't worry about what the public or the fans have to say, absolutely. But I'm still nosy and I still want to know what's going on. So I'm going to ask 2 questions. If you guys have a third that you're interested in, go ahead and type that in the comments. But I'm going to start first with just seeing how she's been, how she's adjusting to motherhood, how that's going for her, what that journey has been like. Ancestors, agencies, and masters, ancestors. What can you tell me about Rihanna's experience in motherhood? What challenges have come up for her as she transitions? What blessings have come up for her? Any information or wisdom shared at this time is greatly appreciated. You guys, we got 7 people in the room, and I know the numbers are only going to go up. So that's 7 and counting. Leave those scale emojis. You guys know that the scales are important to me. They give me energy. They fall in alignment with my calling, my purpose, my destiny, which is to create harmony and balance everywhere I go. So go ahead and hit those scale emojis. Let me know that you're with me. And let's see what is going on with Miss Robin Rihanna Fenty as she adjusts to motherhood. Okay. And I forgot to light my candle. I need the flame to anchor me into the reading, so let me handle that while I'm going over the cards. All right. Hi, Prestigia. It's good to hear from you. That is a hell of a card to start with. All right. So in the very first row, we have the Tower, the Hermit, and the Knight of Pentacles. Now, sheesh. What is this Tower telling his ancestors? I'm reading Candle Flame as I read the cards because it helps me. So this first row is very, very much about her relationship. So motherhood, or, the presence of this baby has been a major impediment to her romantic relationship. Now, she will not admit that. Of course, she doesn't owe us that. But this Tower is showing that it has highlighted just how unsafe that relationship was to begin with, right? We know that the Tower it represents chaos. It represents destruction. But the reason why the falling apart is so easy is because the Tower was not built on a foundation that was stable, right? So anything that was built on an unstable foundation gets ripped apart during a Tower moment, right? We then immediately have the Hermit card. Now, the Hermit, the obvious meaning for a lot of people is that it's about being alone, but it's also being about tapped into your inner voice, right? So she's really, even though the state of this relationship is very chaotic, will they marry? Clarify the Tower card. Clarify the Tower card. She's very much asking herself if it's easier for her to be a single mother right now. The clarifiers I got over the Tower are the Mother of Baskets, which is like the Queen of Cups, and the Strength card. And we know that the Queen of Cups can be very emotional. They can be very unstable. They're very psychically attuned. But if they don't have a stable foundation, if their needs are not being met, they can be very emotional, very irrational, very needy, very clingy, right? There's a lot about this relationship that is putting her in conflict with her core self, which is a very strong knowing, authentic energy. So I think she's dealing with the reality of the fact that she thought that, a baby would bring them closer, but it's actually doing the exact opposite because it's highlighting a lot of the dysfunction that was already present in the relationship. It has been a long time no see, spiritual tea. Yeah, I'm happy to be back. The Hermit card, she's getting really tapped into what she wants. She's getting really clear about her goals, her perspective, what's necessary, right? And specifically what's necessary for her in this next transition, this next step, this new phase of being a mother. She's also feeling really protective about her money. She's feeling really protective about the future as it comes to her money. And she's being really practical and methodical. But she's also in a space where she doesn't really want to leave the house very much. I'm going to pull a clarifier over this Knight of Pentacles just because I want to see. We know that the Pentacles mean money, but they also mean body, the body, taking care of the body and health. So I want to pull a clarifier just to see what's going on with her and her physical body right now. Yes, I'm talking about Rihanna. Talking about Rihanna. Clarify this Knight of Pentacles. Got the Page of Cups. She's praying a lot. She feels very new. It's almost like she has a deep intuition that she didn't have before. That's not to say that she wasn't intuitive, but her intuition has been strengthened. So it's almost like she's learning how to trust a lot of the downloads and emotional downloads, spiritual downloads that she's receiving at this time. So it makes sense that we have this Knight of Pentacles because she is preserving her energy. She doesn't want to leave the house very much. Knight of Pentacles is very much a close to home kind of energy. It's very much mind my business, tend to my porch kind of energy. So she's really doing a lot to stay at home, to take care of her body, to recuperate, and to also, it's not just about the physicality. It's about, she's much more spiritual now, but she's in a very astute, youthful understanding of her spirituality. She's learning a lot more about her intuition after motherhood. In the bottom row, we have the 10 of Cups, the 8 of Wands, and the 2 of Wands. Now, this is really fascinating. We know that she's from Barbados. We know that she spends a lot of time in Barbados, but she's going to spend quite a bit more. If she and ASAP don't already have a house in Barbados, she's really putting a lot of thought and effort into either buying or building one. Clarify this 2 of Wands for me, ancestors. The fucked up thing that I'm getting from this reading is that even though he's annoying the shit out of her, and even though she's extremely aware of how unstable this relationship is, she's very likely to go ahead and marry him. She deeply wants a joyful, loving family environment. And she's deeply concerned about legacy and being able to leave something, transfer something on, move something forward, leave something behind. She's also very much invested in the nuclear family. So even though this is not a stable relationship, he stresses her the fuck out. Rocky stresses her out badly. Like this Tower, Queen of Cups, Strength combination, it's like literally her will and her determination to have a solid family, a nuclear family, is the main thing that's holding this shit together right now. But again, she's so deeply invested in this. She wants nostalgia. She wants memories. She wants a loving environment. And even though Rocky may not be the best baby daddy or husband or whatever the fuck it is they got going on, she sees a lot in him there. She thinks, okay, well, he's going to be a good father. He's going to make, we're going to have a house of levity. We're going to have a house of joy, right? 8 of Wands. She's ready to get back into her career. She's ready to get back to it. She's ready to be busy again. I'm going to pull a clarifier over this. I'm getting downloads about her body. What's going on with her body, ancestors? So this is really interesting. Rihanna has been deeply indecisive about returning to music, right? We have the Eight of Wands, which is quick change, forward movement, a lot of opportunities that can almost be overwhelming. You just kind of have to ride the wave. And that has always been the energy of her career. There's a lot of blessings over her career. And because of that, she has the opportunity, if she chooses it, to always have something to do, to always be moving and in motion. But the things that have held her back up until now is, and this is what I was getting about the body, she's depressed. 5 of baskets. I would not be shocked if she was is she dealing with postpartum? She is dealing with postpartum. I'm also getting that there's something going on about discomfort within the body. So she may have put on some weight as a result of this depression, but she's not fully herself. And that is the thing that has made her hold off for quote unquote so long. I don't think it's that long after having a baby. Absolutely. But it's the indecision. She's waffled back and forth quite a bit, right? 2 of Swords is a card of indecision, and it's almost like blinding yourself to the weight, to the heaviness of your decisions, because it's too much to deal with. So she's pushed off a lot of her obligations. She's pushed off a lot of opportunity. A huge part of the reason why she's returning now at the time that she is because I think she's aware of the time sensitivity, right? Because that's, again, another part of the 10 of Wands energy. Sorry, not 10 of Wands, 8 of Wands energy. You have to ride that wave because the waves may not come back, right? It's the quickness. You have to be flexible enough to jump in. But what has made her hesitant up until now is that, yeah, she's dealing with some depression. Also just a lot of indecision. That overwork, this, although blessed energy can be brutal, this can be exhausting. So again, with her being tired, her wanting to understand her body in its new form, also just trying to figure out how to feel comfortable with her body, even though it's changed, going back to that Knight of Pentacles. She's had a lot of indecision about going back to music, period, but she has chosen it. She's got a lot of really big plans about her takeover, right? 2 of Wands is a card of planning for dominion, planning for journey, planning for a takeover. So she's really deeply, she's very planned. She's also been very spiritually disciplined. So not only does she have a specific plan, she is working with her advisors, both spiritual and professional, right? She's doing the work of being in routine, in prayer and meditation about what her next steps are. So that's everything that she's been going through after motherhood. You may notice, and I'm not judging, I'm just going to say this and I'm going to make it obvious because I hope that you guys picked up what I put down, literally with these cards. You guys heard me talk a lot about the stress of this relationship. You guys heard me talk a lot about a need for space, a desire for space. You guys heard me talk a lot about discomfort in the physical body. You heard me talk a lot about overwhelm with figuring out what to do in terms of moving forward career. You really, other than that Queen of Cups, which was a clarifier card, you didn't hear me say a lot about immense joy, right? And that's not to say that she's not in a loving space. That's not to say that she's not in a happy space. But I am concerned because I am getting the understanding that there's not only some physical health issues that are lingering after this pregnancy, but also just some sadness and some mental health issues, right? So hopefully she's going to be okay. And hopefully, I mean, she's one of the richest women in entertainment. So I hope that she has a spiritual team and a mental health team that's supporting her because unfortunately her baby's father is not capable. Until next time, it will be a lot shorter than 3 months. Can't say when you'll see me next, but you guys will see me soon. Thank you for joining. Please take care. And until next time, bye.
So fuel my fire, take me higher, I'll be your liar too. Cause when we're here, there's nothing better than the skyline view.